Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome to the news bulletin at 8, brought to you by number one news provider Eswatini TV. I am Nondumiso Vilagati alongside Namakabiso Nkambule. Let's take a look at our news making headlines. The Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku has applauded Eswatini for registering in such high numbers. There has been an influx of refugees in Eswatini, according to the Commissioner of Refugees, Zanele Mlambo. Water Aid will be closing offices in Eswatini in October this year. The news in detail. The Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku has applauded Eswatini for registering in such high numbers. The Deputy Prime Minister says Eswatini must also show such enthusiasm in voting.
The Elections and Boundaries Commission, EBC, says over 40,000 Eswatini registered during the 4-day voter registration extension period. The Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku has applauded Eswatini for the zeal to take part in the political structures of the country. He says Eswatini must also participate in their numbers during the voting process and make their voices heard.
Angathi ngoba sesibhalisile sahlala phansi nathi angabhalisa besathi sesiyoqedzela ngekukhetha ngithi ke my elections enta ukuthi produce bantu labatafike basebentele njengalo sibonile la ucabanga umgwaco se 51% wemgwaco legazetted inesikontela kusaqhubeka futhi.
The Deputy Prime Minister implored Eswatini to nominate and vote for women, the youth and persons with disabilities. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, I am Samkal Suekoza with Vominkosin Sinisa Babane.
There has been an influx of refugees in Eswatini. The Commissioner of Refugees, Zanele Mlambo, says the country welcomes refugees but ensures that they seek the refugee status and their paperwork as they stay in the country are in order.
The World Refugee Day is commemorated annually on the 20th of June. Refugees leave their countries for various reasons, including wars amongst other reasons. This year's theme is Hope Away from Home. The Commissioner of Refugees, Zanele Mlambo, says they have seen an influx of refugees.
We currently have about 2,400 active ones. Those that come for renewal of their permits, who come and request for passports. And then we have an inactive population, those who no longer, some of whom have fled the country, have left the country to seek greener pastures. Some have left to go back to their countries. Others have migrated to other countries, neighboring countries. Others have left for school overseas. But currently, there is sort of an influx of refugees that are coming in. I think this is necessitated by what is happening in our neighboring countries. As they are tightening controls, as they are affected by xenophobia and other discrimination, then you find that they move to Eswatini.
The Ministry of Home Affairs officials, together with the EU Charge d'Affaires Robert Adams, visited the Mpaga refugee camp, where they toured the camp and were taken through the different parts of the camp. Adams says they will look into the issues of the camp and see how they can assist.
We are committed to assist them and also to assist refugees globally and helping them enjoy their basic human rights. Because refugees also have the right to health, the right to clean water, the right to a decent life. Their children have the right to free primary education.
The government of Eswatini has made the environment welcoming for all refugees. They are included in business opportunities. They do go to work and children go to school. Reporting, I am Kian MCB with Smuva Shongwe, Mbaga.
Water Aid will be closing Eswatini offices in October this year. Water Aid Eswatini Country Director Ncemiso Mhlanga says Water Aid has invested over 200 million emalangeni in Eswatini.
Water Aid started operations in the Kingdom of Eswatini in 2012 where she provided assistance and partnered with government in activities involving the provision of people with clean water, safe sanitation and hygiene. WaterAid has provided 150,000 Maswati with clean water since 2012. WaterAid Eswatini Country Director Ncamiso Mhlanga says WaterAid has invested over 200 million emalangeni in Eswatini in the period of 10 years.
WaterAid has been working in the country since 2012 and based on our global strategy, we've worked for a period of 10 years in the country, and WaterAid has made a decision to close this program in Eswatini. We've been working with various sectors and such as the education sector, the health sector, even on issues of climate change. We've supported over 150,000 Maswati to have access to clean water, sanitation and hygiene. Recently, we've just piloted a program called Kuhloba Kwami Impilo Yami Hlantekani campaign, where we've been working around issues of hygiene. So we've invested in the country over 200 million in terms of providing these services to the needy people of the country.
WaterAid has built over 120 boreholes, 50 solar water systems, with other clean water and sanitation projects piloted at local clinics, schools and communities in the Wo and Lubombo region. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, I am Samgal Suyokoza with Zikumbuzo Dlamini Babane.
Junior Achievement Eswatini says the local youth has the potential to improve the country's economy. This has been said by Junior Achievement Marketing and Communications Officer Special Mkonta during the business shower.
Junior Achievement Eswatini has kicked off the first ever business shower where 150 aspiring entrepreneurs are doing presentation in front of a panel of judges. Junior Achievement Marketing and Communications Officer Special Mkonta expanded on the processes of the shower.
We have started our business presentations. The young people that have been shortlisted to make their presentations have started today, and we will go on with the presentations until Thursday. We are targeting 154 young people to make presentations with us, and out of those 154, we will be giving seed capital to about 38 of them, with the assistance of FinCorp, Republic of China in Taiwan, UNDP Eswatini and Imbeleko Foundation. So these young people from today until Thursday will be defending themselves before judges. We have two panel of judges that are assisting us to choose the best, to choose the ones that are actually ready for the seed capital. The seed capital is actually aimed at upscaling these businesses for young people so that they can be fit to go and get more finance from your FinCorp, from the banks, from Youth Fund, because you find that young people are struggling to actually even start their businesses.
On Friday, Junior Achievement with partners will award 39 aspiring entrepreneurs with a seed capital of 10,000 emalangeni each. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, I'm Samgal Suyokoza with Zikumbuzo Dlamini Manzini.
The Ministry of Natural Resources met with stakeholders to develop a new framework of Atomic Energy Agency. The meeting was held at the Royal Villa Eswatini.
Today we are on that, looking into the priorities of the country and then aligning it with the Atomic Energy Agency. So we are looking into the National Development Plan. We are looking into the same program that we have with the United Nations, the UNSCDF. We are looking into organizational programs. So whatever we have, for instance, in the Ministry of Agriculture, there is a cowpea program that has been ongoing. We are trying to make these cowpeas to be resistant or tolerant to drought, to be drought tolerant. We are also looking in the veterinary lab. There is a zoonotic disease project that is coming to an end. The zoonotic diseases are those diseases which can be transferred from animals to humans. So these guys help us with their technology to analyze these diseases, and then we'll be able to properly treat those diseases after they've been properly diagnosed. So we are looking into those. There's also a project on water management that is coming up under the Department of Water Affairs. They have also promised to fund us with a project on chemotherapy that will be based at the TB Center in Manzini, where cancer will be treated.
The police has collected and removed loose cows in the road under the Hlobisa operation that is aimed at ensuring road safety by collecting loose livestock in the road. Chief Police Information and Communications Officer Superintendent Pindile Vilagati says the operation is targeting the Lubombo region.
As the Royal Eswatini Police Service, we have engaged in an operation that is called Operation Hlobisa, whereby we are ensuring the safety of the nation by all means, especially in regard to livestock on the roads. We started by visiting the areas whereby we noticed they are affected. We were teaching or doing an awareness program through the rail crawls and the places where we take our cows for cleaning, that is commonly known as MDB. And now we are enforcing to see if people have got what we were teaching. So by enforcing, we are arresting, we are taking all livestock that is found along the road. Yesterday only, we collected 16 cows from our different places, which include Madlangambisi, Antioch, Mganwini, and other places in the Lowveld. So we are warning the nation to be very careful because we are continuing with this operation, and any cow that will be found along the road will be collected. Once your cow has been collected, you are expected to go to the nearest police station to allocate your cow and then pay for the services of keeping the cow, and you also pay for the criminal act or offense of allowing your car to go to the road. So people are strongly cautioned to be very careful about this because we have lost lives, our roads are being damaged, and our cars as well are being damaged. As much as we do understand that people don't want to pay, but this is a very serious concern. So we ask anyone who have livestock to be very careful, especially during these times.
Dear viewers, now take a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
We at Eswatini Television Authority are committed to observing the Eswatini Communication Commission's Broadcasting Code of Conduct.
Under the code, we are committed to broadcast news that is current, free from hate speech, accurate, balanced, and fair.
From politics to business, health, agriculture, courts, and global news, we bring you the latest updates as they happen, when they happen.
We cover all the sporting codes from the football pitch to the chessboards.
This is Eswatini TV News.
Tasephalamende luhlelo lapho sikulethela khona tindzaba letenteka etindlini totimbili tasephalamende elive lokungindlaba esikhulu nayo indlu yetimpunga.
First fruits, Mr. Speaker, is a big commitment biblically. The first fruit, Mr. Speaker, inakufa Jesu. Nakavuka. He became the first fruits of a future bountiful harvest later of the Russians.
Sinemsebenzi ke noko Mr. Speaker koye ukuthi le maswati ezathola lamathuba emsebenzi kube ngemathuba latawenda bakhona kuphila Mr. Speaker.
This can't happen. Not at Ngudleni. Let them see it. Ngundla Parliament can actually make things happen.
Khiphani timoto ninike bogogo kudla ningasolo nisigabisela ngokuba ngwaba nisigabisela izindaba banikeni kudla bafuna kudla kude kudla la kule budget lekhona le.
Engundleni were inundated by bantwana labase high school, labase secondary school. Bahleli ngaphandle abanamuntu lobafundisayo. Ngisho literally lihlala, they can't go to class.
Uqala business Mr. Speaker, akuqali ngemali. Qala ngelicustom.
Induna yaka finance sibambisile siceda lo mnyaka nje Speaker. Tinkundla letintathu setiphelile letinsha. Lapha wekunene asisekele ngetimali khona.
I-RDF Speaker sikhwama lesi strategic event. Induna yaka finance ayikubone kungiko lokuthi lesikhwama lesi asimane siphakame la kulala la sime khona.
Thuku ngalonyaka nangu 128 million so ubuka works again. Namahenga langaka la solo akhiwa solo sangena. Athi zabe mangaki.
by far and large, the speech, your budget speech, has spoken to most of the things that His Majesty alluded to on the part. Le manda asala.
Even lele maswati yophela kokuthi thishela abe permanent post kepha yena abe temporary.
Konke lokhu nalokunye kuwo lo msakazo njalo ngalesithathu nayishayile insimbi yemfica ebusuku.
Eswatini Biggest Bride 2023 siyahla siyavungula mhla ka-8 July eMavuso Trade Center kusukela nga-10 ekuseni kuyawulamla kusa. Ukhona Reese Madlisa, Mharimbe, Sbude Drum DJ, Fantasy, Mapi, Madamza, Lady Z, Mr. Kangaroo, Anglicali, Testo, Zulu D, Linda Dlamini, ISCT, DJ Kwani, Ling100 emalangeni litikiti kuphela. Akhona ePizza Club and Grill. What in a business utothengisa imidlalo yebantwana ne-car spinning 2023 Eswatini Biggest Bride. Shaya manje ku-7684-7634 kuvakabandi uyilethelwa iphilani Maswati ibambisene nemsakazo wakangwane.
We'll now take a look at our financial updates. Welcome back. You're still watching Eswatini TV, and for sports news tonight, the national team coach Dominic Kunene said the lesson they learned during their game against Togo in the AFCON qualifiers will help them prepare better as they go for the COSAFA Cup to take place in July in Durban, South Africa.
Mnikati lost against Togo in the latest round of AFCON qualifiers. There is no time to heal for the nation's pride as they will quickly have to switch their focus to the COSAFA Cup that is due to start from the 5th of July, where Sihlang will take on Botswana in the opening game. The coach has also decided to retain the same squad for the upcoming tournament. Sihlang coach Dominic Kunene says they have learned enough from the previous game that they've played against Togo, and that will help them as they take on the COSAFA tournament.
Maintain the fitness level sebayitholile. Yes, bayadzinga refresh until atsite, but singayivuli kakhulu le game because kutabe kusho ukuqalela phansi.
Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports News, I am Patizo Msibi. Pictures, Mfanfuthi Pembe.
For international sports news, England striker Bukayo Saka has scored his first hat-trick in his career when England defeated Macedonia by 7-0 in the Euro qualifiers in a game that was played at the Old Trafford in Manchester.
The England national team humiliated Macedonia in the Euro qualifiers when they defeated them by 7-0. The star player of the game was Bukayo Saka, who scored his first hat-trick of his career. Hurricane was able to get 2 goals with Marcus Rashford and Calvin Phillips getting the other goals. England has now scored 11 goals in the past 2 games since they also defeated Malta by 4-0 on Friday. In another game, France has also maintained their unbeaten start to the qualifiers, where they have now won 4 games out of 4 they have played. Against Greece, it was Mbappe who scored the decisive penalty against the 10 men of Greece. France won their first game on Friday 3-0 against Gibraltar. In transfer news, Chelsea has signed French striker Christopher Nkunku for 52 million from RB Leipzig. Nkunku is the first signing of Mauro Pochettino as the Chelsea coach. It is also reported that Arsenal have made a bid believed to be around 30 million euros for Ajax, and Netherlands deferred Julian Timber. It is believed that Ajax wants close to 50 million euros for the 22-year-old, highly rated defender. French authorities have raided the French office of the French Olympics organizers on suspicion of corruption, which includes misuse of public money and giving out construction tenders to friends. In tennis, Aneta Kontaveit has announced that she will retire after the Wimbledon. Aneta, who is a former world number 2 in the ranking, says she's suffering from a condition on her back that keeps her from training and competing at the top level. she would be forced to retire at the age of just 27. In other news, Nick Kyrgios is racing against time to be fit for the Wimbledon. Nick has withdrawn from the Halle Open as he seeks to recover fully before Wimbledon as he is battling a knee injury. He looks to go all the way in this edition of the Wimbledon, as last year he suffered a final defeat against Novak Djokovic. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports News, I am Patizo Msibi. Pictures are sourced from DW France 24 and VOA.
That is all we had for tonight, but before we wrap up, we'll take a quick recap of today's headlines. The Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku has applauded Eswatini for registering in such high numbers. There has been an influx of refugees in Eswatini, according to the Commissioner of Refugees, Zanele Mlambo. Water Aid will be closing offices in Eswatini in October this year. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin tonight. Up next is the weather forecast for selected towns. Good night, Eswatini.
Tinso tethu tivikelwa ngekuthi kweqala kumcuka ukuthi sitipopole sivakashele emtholampilo siyithanze emtholampilo upopola nje uye ungaguli ungumuntu uyohlola ukuthi ingabe umtimba wakho usasebenta kahle yini